Creating notes and annotations in PowerPoint. You don't have to write on paper if you need speaker notes for a presentation. You can type your notes for each slide in PowerPoint and then print those notes. At the bottom of every slide is a notes page area. So below this slide here on slide number 4, you can see it says click to add notes. So I can type in any notes. This is a test notes area. And go to slide 5 and type in something else. Example, and slide 2, another test area for my notes, and so on. If I want, I can resize this area. So I position my mouse on the boundary between my slide itself and the notes and drag up, or when I have that double-headed arrow, I can drag down. If I want, I can format my notes as well. I can also choose to create my notes in my notes page view. I go to View on my ribbon, and in my Presentation Views group, click on Notes page. Here I can manipulate my notes. And when I click, I get a text box and type in my notes, format, etc. When I'm ready to print my notes, I can go to File, Print. Here under Settings, I can go where it reads Full Page Slides and click on the down arrow. Choose Notes Pages and then decide what notes pages I want to print. If I'd rather, I can export my notes to Microsoft Word. So I return to File, choose Save and Send, and then click on Create Handouts. And on the right side, you'll see it says Create Handouts in Microsoft Word. So I'll click on Create Handouts button here. Send to Microsoft Word. What do I want to send? Notes next to slide, blank lines next to slide, notes below slides. I'm going to choose this third radio button. And I could choose to either paste or paste link. I'll just click on Paste and choose OK. And then in Word, you can see I've got my slides and any notes underneath those slides. And slide 2 was the only one that I had put some notes in this one file. To annotate slides, we're thinking that we're going to be in our slideshow view. So in slideshow view, we'll choose the slideshow toolbar. On the bottom left-hand corner, you can see these 4 icons. You need to position yourself over one of them so you can see them come in view. We'll work with this pen. When I click, we've got arrow options. We can choose visible or hidden, choose the ink color, what type of ink, whether it's pen or highlighter. So I'm going to choose pen, and then you can see how I can annotate in here. I've talked about this, and I've talked about this, let's say, and when I'm done, I can continue on to the next slide. But first, I need to go back and turn off my pen, back to an arrow, so I can click to go to the next slide. I could also right-click if I'd rather, and then choose my pointer options and work with, let's say, highlighter this time, and highlight what I want as my markup. When I press Escape, it'll take me out of the presentation, but first ask me, do I want to keep my ink annotations? Let's say I want to keep. And when I say keep, I can see how those markups are now embedded inside of my PowerPoint file. You might recall in slide 2, I have these check marks telling me I've already spoke to those items on the list. So you can create those annotations inside of your slideshow view and then have them embedded by keeping them in the PowerPoint presentation itself in normal view. If I want to, I can remove those markups. What I first need to do is select that portion where that markup is, and you can see in this case on this one slide, those 4 markups are considered as part of one group. And it's also interesting to note that on the ribbon, we've got a whole new tab called Ink Tools Pens that is in view. And I can add additional markups if I want by clicking on, let's say, a highlighter. And if I want to return back to my select objects, I go over here to select objects, or I click on escape, so I have my arrow back yet again. So let's click any one of these objects here, and now you can see they've been separated. I'll press delete to clear and delete again, and then go to slide number 3 and remove the markups from here as well.